Welcome back, kids. Let's move forward with the basketball programming. Now, what we want is that whenever this ball hits any of these bars, what we want to do, it should bounce back. Okay? So, as we say, if. So, we will click on controls, drag the if block. Next step is to put a condition. Which condition? When the ball touches. Okay, that is what? Sensing. Sensing what? Touching. When the ball touches. So we have selected touching. Okay, touching what? Down bar. Okay, when it touches the down bar, it should rotate. So motion what? Turn 180 degree. Okay, because it should go in the opposite direction. As I had explained in the previous video, 180 means it will move in the opposite direction. Where will I put this? I'll put this block over here. Okay, same way I want to copy this block, so right click, duplicate, place exactly below the another if. Now we want to make it in the up bar. Okay, whenever your code starts executing by itself, you can click on stop button. Now let's see how does it go. Click on flag. All started moving. I'm checking only with the red one. Clear? Same way we can check with the blue one. Blue was A and B, correct? Clear? So now ball bounces back whenever it hits the blue or the red down bar. So let's again understand the code. When flag clicked, it should start from the center position 0 and 0. Then point in direction. It should go randomly in any direction. That's why we took pick random from 1 to 360. Same way we want the ball to rotate without any stop. That's why we took forever block. But when it touches any of these bars, it should bounce back. So that means opposite direction. So we took a motion of turn from right 180 degrees. Clear? And to keep the basketball in motion, we have taken motion, move 10 steps. And if it doesn't touch any of the bars, still it should bounce. For that we have taken if on edge, bounce. Clear? Any doubt in this? Okay, now let's move forward in this game. But there is one situation in which the ball will always move in one direction. Okay, let me show you that. See, in this situation the ball is moving in the same motion. First time it will hit the red bar, it will complete the circle, then hits the red bar on the edge. This circle is repeated. Now because of the situation, the basketball can not move or change the directions. In this type of situation, you can neither win nor lose. Correct? So, how to handle this type of a situation? What to do? I will show you. Let's stop the action. Let's pull out this turn 180 degree outside. What I want is to point the ball in the direction opposite. Okay, so once it hits the red bar, it should not go in right side of 180 degree. It should go in other random direction. For that, we will take point in direction. But again, I don't want to fix 90. So where I will go? Operator. Which operator? I'll take this. I want it to move in the opposite direction of the current position. Clear? So opposite direction is 180 and minus the current position. Current position means motion. Motion, we want the direction. Okay? Let's see how it goes. We'll remove this turn 180 degree. Start. Let's stop and we'll copy same thing for this one. Remove, then point in direction, then operators, difference operator 180 minus, go back to motion, select direction. Okay, now let's see how does it work. Okay, let's understand clearly. For that, I'll stop the project. What I want you to understand is whenever this ball, this spray, crosses the blue bar and the red bar, it should come back to the center and start again. That means from the center, the ball should start its motion again. For that, you have to use if condition. Okay, so go to control, take if condition. Okay, and now what we have to write in this criteria? We are talking about a position at some level, correct? Now before we put a criteria, we have to check the exact position of a blue line and a red line. Okay, when we click on this blue line, we will come to know what is the Y position. Y position is by 1, 3, 6. And if when we click on the red bar, we will come to know what is the position of Y, which is minus 1, 3, 5. Okay, which explains that our ball goes beyond 135 positive or 135 negative. It should again start from the center of the screen. Clear? Let's go back to the basketball. So in this we have to put an operator of comparison. We will drag this, put it here. Okay, not more than 50, it should be more than 140 because we said 135. Okay, we will move back to motion. In that we will drag Y position. Why Y position? Because we are talking only about a vertical line, up and down. Clear? And that what we want to make a duplicate of this. Same thing should be repeated. So right click, duplicate. See, when I do right click duplicate, full block is created. Okay, which is wrong. If you want to duplicate only these two lines, you have to drag full block, put forever back. Now pull this up, right click, duplicate, place this duplicate block inside this if condition, bring this block back to its original position. Now what we have to do, we have to again write same thing for the downward direction. So right click, duplicate. Now I'll place this if below the first if, but here the condition changes. Instead of greater than, that should be less than. So I will remove the criteria, put it back. Instead of greater than, I'll take this less than operator. Less than operator, here I will again write minus 140. Okay, same way, motion y position. Clear? Now again take this two if blocks and place it exactly below the other two ifs. Clear? Let's try our code. Click on the flag. See, whenever the ball goes out of the boundary which we have specified 140, it will start again from the center of the screen. Is it clear? Okay. Let's stop the project. Now our code has gone big. Let's zoom out. Okay, I will explain you the code again. Currently we are talking about a basketball. When flag clicked, go to x0, y0, which means start from the center of the screen, 0, 0. Then point in direction, which it should be random from 1 to 365, any direction. Okay, then starts our forever loop. Forever loop means it keeps on moving, means continuous motion, where we have written an if condition, that if down bar touches the point in direction from 180 to the current minus current direction. This if condition explains that when touching down bar, the point in direction should be 180 minus the current direction. Same way, if it touches up bar, then point in direction should be 180 minus current direction. If y position is greater than 140, then go to x0, y0. That means if the basketball tries to cross the blue line or red line, which we have defined as 140 up and minus 140 down, it should again start the rotation movement from the center of the screen, and then point x0, y0, point in direction, pick random from 1 to 360 degree. Same way, if condition for the minus positions. And then if you want to keep a ball in motion, we write move 10 steps. Okay, clear? That was for basketball. Now we talk about down bar. Down bar is simple. When we talk about down bar or up bar, we are just changing the position. If right arrow, move to the right side, it's positive side. If left arrow, then move towards the negative side, so minus. Clear? Same way for up bar, but we can't use the same keys, so here we change the keys. A pressed means negative side, B pressed means positive side. Hope it is clear by now. In our next video, we will learn how to add variables and score to this game.